Sobat Surveyor, hari ini PT Quantindo kedatangan tamu yang sangat spesial, yaitu Mr. Martin. Dia adalah dulunya Global Sales Director dari Quantum Systems yang sangat berperan penting pada pembentukan PT Quantindo. So, welcome to Indonesia, Mr. Martin, and welcome to Quantindo showroom.
Thank you very much, Irma. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, and then please you can introduce yourself and explain what your current activities.
Okay, well, I've been the global sales manager for Quantum for a while. I started with Quantum 2017.
Yes.
That's when 2018 I met Jovist the first time. From there onwards, technically I built up the reseller network, the global reseller network. Then I went a little bit into special sales projects, doing bigger projects worldwide. Finally, I ended up selling the military drones for Quantum Systems for a while. And then last month, I retired from Quantum and I'm now working in the space industry.
Okay. And then in Indonesia, how was your time in here, Indonesia? Did you enjoy it?
I had a beautiful time, Irma. I spent 2 weeks with Jovist and his family, together with my son. So we traveled in Indonesia, mainly in the south. We've been on Bali, beautiful place, very spiritual place. It's amazing, amazing nature, amazing people. We've been on a boat for a while, snorkeling and so on. It was just beautiful, absolutely stunning.
Very interesting. And then we enter the question about Quantindo and Quantum System, okay? We already know that you have an important role in the making of Quantindo. Can you tell us how the first Quantum System is entered and hiring in Indonesia?
Well, if I think back, it was 2017 when the first TRINITY was produced. The design was finished in 2017, end of 2017, and we started the sales with 0 customers, 0 resellers, and none of the products sold yet. Yes. So we went to the trade show called Intergeo, and on Intergeo we met so many surveyors and companies in the geodetic business, in the geospatial business, and there we met Erwin Rommel, a guy from Indonesia with a company called Geobyte Solution. Yeah, and they've been absolutely amazed about the design of the TRINITY, vertical takeoff and landing, long flight time. Yeah. This was something in 2017 which was not existing at all. You had fixed-wing aircraft and you had multi-copter drones, but there was nothing like a vertical takeoff and landing drone. So we got such a good feedback that I signed up, if I remember correctly, about 20 or 25 resellers just on the first trade show. So I was planning a world trip in early 2018, and that's where I met Jovist the first time, because he was the pilot, he was the UAV pilot of Geobyte Solution, he was a technical sales engineer. Yes. And I met him in Manila together with many other resellers from Korea, from Philippines, I think from Fiji, from Australia. We met there for flight training, and that's how I got in touch with Jovist. And from the moment I met Jovist, for me I was sure about it. This will become a very successful person in selling drones, because he was addicted to it. He was so much addicted to the drone business and so much focused on what he is doing that I was already sure that something great has been started. Yeah. From there on, business went well. A couple of projects doing together with Geobyte Solution, and then, if I remember correctly, in 2020, Jovist left Geobyte Solution and decided to become a founder. And as I expressed already, I was 100% sure that this will happen. And me, as a good friend, I of course supported him. And we helped Jovist to build up the Quantum brand in Indonesia with Quantindo. So he founded his company, he hired people, and he continued working as professional, or even more professional than he was already doing before. And I think this developed to a pretty nice, huge company now. Yes. And I can just say, well, congratulations and my highest respects to that.
Thank you. And then, as you mentioned, and as we know, you have known our director, Mr. Jovis Taufan, for a long time, like you said that. Can you tell us how you see him from the beginning until now?
Yeah, you know, there are not many resellers like Jovis. There are resellers, they sell your drone and they sell GPS antennas, they sell all kind of other equipment and maybe even other drones. But the moment I met him the first time, for me, I already understood that he's so much focused on the Quantum family and on the product line of Quantum Systems that he will continue just selling this single product. And this is exactly what happened. He is a kind of ambassador of the brand, and not only in Indonesia. I think I can say that he's an ambassador of the brand worldwide. He's doing the nicest video clips, the best showcases, and I saw just the TRINITY here on the wall, which is probably more than 1,000 flight hours on the clock.
Yes.
And this is rare, that people are that professional that they can make their customers fly more than 1,000 hours. And it's all about training and trust and building up good relationships with your customers. So he's on a good way to become the drone leader in Indonesia and the surrounding APEC countries. I'm sure about that.
That's a really nice story about our director. Thank you, Mr. Martin. And then we know that you ever flown a Quantum drone in Sumatra. Do you remember?
Yeah.
How was your experience flying Quantum drone in Sumatra?
Well, this was a challenge. So when we arrived in Sumatra the first time, for me it was probably the first time being in a jungle and seeing what this kind of jungle looks like. And if I remember correctly, we had the drone with us, 2 drones, yes, which is the bigger drone we discontinued a while ago. Quantum discontinued a while ago. It was a more than 10 kilogram drone, yes, with very expensive LiDAR payload. And we sold this drone, or these 2 drones, to a company called Huta Makaria, being the construction company for highways in Indonesia. And they used our drones to survey and map the corridor of, I think, 2,000 kilometers or so, from south to north Sumatra. And this is a real challenge. And when I arrived there, I saw what the challenge is about. It's complete canopied area, very dense rainforest. It's a kind of hilly terrain, and it's super difficult to find takeoff and landing places. And we spent probably a week there and did hands-on training with the team. So I was the main trainer. I trained Jovis to fly it. Jovis trained the customers to fly it. And when I left Sumatra, he was continuing his support. Like he was keeping them flying all the years until they finished the project. And just a while ago, they visited Quantum Systems while I was still with the company, and they've been so happy about using the drone this long time for this important highway mapping project. That was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, being with the team together in Sumatra.
A really challenging experience, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then the last question for you, Mr. Martin. To Quantum System, what are your expectations for TRINITY or Quantum System product from now? From now on?
Well, you know, just a while ago, Quantum released the new TRINITY Pro. Well, this is a beast of a drone. Really best drone probably on market today. This is really weatherproof. I think they improved flight time, they improved the water resistance of the drone, so this can really fly in rain. They made it fly on higher wind speeds. It has different landing patterns. You can take off from a point and land at another point. I think this drone will be a game changer for not only Indonesia. This will be a game changer for the entire drone market, and Jovis and his team is well prepared now to boost the sales here in Indonesia, and I wish him all the best for the next coming years.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Martin. That is a really nice expectation from the Quantum System, right?
Irma, it was my pleasure to be here.
That's the last question, Mr. Martin, for you.
One more, good.
Thank you for your time in here and you answer all our question and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oke, jadi berikut ini adalah akhir dari perbincangan saya dengan Mr. Martin dan semoga dari perbincangan ini bisa menambah wawasan juga pengetahuan sobat-sobat surveyor terkait dengan Quantum System dan Quantindo yang ada di Indonesia ini. Terima kasih, see you on the next vlog. Thank you.